How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. I often get asked the question, why do I save so much? Now, this is a very big question to me because it takes me a really long time to explain it. Before I get started, I like to say that within this video, I'm going to be giving away this Rigid Dobot smartphone gimbal. Let me demonstrate. Look at the phone. It stays still even though I'm moving this around. That's what it does. It also holds a GoPro. Now, the question again is, why do I save so much? Why am I so frugal? Do I like money a lot? The question here is that if I have enough money and people give me more money, would I take it? Yeah, sure I would. But the thing is, I value time more than money. And the evidence to prove that I like time more than money is because I quit my engineering job that earns a lot more than what I'm making right now. And this is a sustained lowering of my salary. Maybe, just maybe, later on I might make more, but this is definitely uncertain. Now, I made a lot of videos about my budget and it might seem a little bit extreme. People often ask me, why do I deprive myself of all the pleasures in the world? Well, to me, it's not like that at all. I feel like I'm indulging myself a good amount of time rather than, just skimping by and living by a thread. Now, why does it seem like I'm skimping by a lot to a lot of people? Because I don't consume the same things that other people are ideal to them. They think that it's good, whereas a lot of times I would go, I don't even want that. Whereas the other person would be like, I cannot believe you don't like this thing. First of all, I like to say that I definitely don't feel like I'm depriving myself. My typical consumption of everyday things is certainly a lot less than a typical person, of course. For example, let me go get that cookie I really like. These are a bunch of cookies. These are Belgian wafer cookies. I bought a box of them for like $2. And the thing is, I don't like to eat that much sweets, but I do like a little bit. I have one cookie a day, and it gives me immense satisfaction to just have one single cookie because I've had a lot of different cookies and I'm like, okay, this is the very one out of many that I had that I really like. So I picked out things that I really like, even though it doesn't cost me that much. And, one part of the day I can have one and I just sit down and just specifically concentrate on this and just indulge in it. It doesn't cost me very much. And yet I am extremely satisfied, extremely happy just from, eating something as simple as like a little sweet treat. Now, let me talk about some examples where a lot of people would care a lot about. And for me, I just sort of blow it off and go, whatever, I don't care. Here are the examples. Sunglasses. I used to buy very expensive sunglasses, no longer. Now my budget for it is basically zero. I don't pay anything into it. In fact, I just usually use free sunglasses these days. The styling, sure, it might not be, your typical high fashion stuff. It's just plastic frames, but I did measure the UV protection on it with an actual device. It does pretty good UV protection for your eyes. That's the main thing that you're concerned with. Well, now I don't spend anything on sunglasses. Other things include very good fashion, very nice name brands. You can see that I don't wear like Armani or things like that. I don't have an updated kitchen. My kitchen works just fine. I don't have the biggest TV because if I wanted the biggest TV, yeah, I can go out and buy one. I think, these days it should be like 80 inches or something. But in fact, I have a 55-inch high-def TV and, I don't even want it anymore. I sort of thinking about selling it. I don't buy fancy sneakers. I just wear whatever that I have. They might not look the best, but they do last a long time for lowest cost per use basis. I don't have the latest phone. In fact, I have this phone over here, which is given to me by a company. I'm yet about to review that. I don't even buy the latest video games, although I've been itching to buy Grand Theft Auto 5. But basically, I haven't bought a $50 game for the past couple years or so. So I don't really spend a lot of money on many typical things. People might make fun of me in terms of my old phone. The old one that I have was an iPhone 5. It's all rickety. The corners are all so used that you can see the metal of it. It's no longer black. You can see a little bit of silver on it even. People do make fun of me using this thing, and usually I just go, haha, look at my phone. It's great, isn't it? I'm just trying to go for a record. So this way of putting things really catches people by surprise because usually the effort in trying to make fun of you for having an old phone, to me, it's sort of like an attack because they're trying to make fun of you. It's sort of like an insult, not really, it might be like a friendly insult. It has a negative effect because when you do this, it's sort of like peer pressure in order to try to go, hey, you are not having the latest and greatest. You are not like us where we have all the nice phones and stuff. So why don't you get the new phone? That's why we need to make fun of you to get the new phone. So me turning it around like this and go, I don't really care about this. Are you going to think differently of me because I have a really old phone or something? So my point is, if you have really good friends, they don't really care about which phone that you have. Now, what are the things that I care about? I care about good tools, which will allow me to fix things, which would allow me to extend the life of things. However, not tools that are so good that you have to pay 10 20 times for it. I know there are very expensive name brands out there where they have very good warranties and things like that, but sometimes you have to look at how much you use the tool. You might only use it a few times and then you can go, oh yeah, let me buy the best there is. But then the cost per use might be very expensive because you buy, let's say, $200 tool, you only use it 2 or 3 times, which means each time that you use it will cost you $100. Whereas if you buy very expensive tools and you use it every single day, well, it's only going to cost you $1 per use. So you really have to think of, if you are going to splurge on something, you better know that you're going to use it many, many times, maybe even for life even. That would make it worth it. Now, over the years, it seems like even my personal taste has changed. 1 year ago, I would have a set of things that I personally would buy. People's preferences on things they like change. For example, this cookie thing. Maybe I have it, another year or two. I probably won't have it anymore. In fact, this thing contains dairy, which I'm trying to avoid. So this might actually be the last box of these cookies that I actually really, really like that I'm going to buy. In place of it, of course, I'm going to replace it with something I also like, which I am trying to find out right now. I had to write these things down, which I used to buy that I don't anymore, which is kind of interesting to me as well. I used to go to Costco and buy those $8.50 movie passes, and I would always keep 2 of them around in my pocket in case that I need to go to the movies. Then I can whip those out and go, haha, look, I save a few dollars. These days, I don't even go to the movies to watch the latest and greatest. I might do it, maybe once a year or something, but I think over the last year I'm only went to the movie theaters maybe 1 time. Now, is this depriving myself of the movie experience? I don't think so, because these days I don't even want to go see it. I feel like, well, I can just wait around for it. Even if it comes out on DVD, I feel like it needs to be a really, really good movie before I even would spend the 2 hours to watch it, because the 2 hours of my time is so valuable to me these days, because I want to spend it contemplating stuff, thinking about things, trying to solve problems. I used to buy a big bag of scallops at Costco, the ones that without preservatives and stuff, where the ingredients only say scallops. Now, recently I found out that, well, scallops, it has high cholesterol, so I better wean off of it. So I do still have like 3/4 of a bag in my freezer. Once I finish that, hopefully I won't be buying any more. So we'll see where I end up, a year from now. Clothes wise, I haven't bought many items. When I do buy items over the past year, it's always been because I have a lot of credits. Like, for example, in Banana Republic, I bought this jacket, this blazer for like $50. I bought some socks and they were on sale for like $5 or something. But basically, I didn't really buy much over the past year. So I used to go to the mall and buy stuff, once a month or something. I would spend like $200 just on clothes. I go, oh, I need this. I need to be stylish. Let me just buy this. Some of my older videos, maybe a year ago, I'm basically wearing the same thing. So I don't have anything new, a few pieces of new things, but I didn't pay anything for it. So buying new clothes it's kind of like off the table these days. I don't spend anything on it. I was about to buy a 4K editing rig, and I considered, well, I could spend a lot of money on that, or I could just not at all. Right now, I can still edit in 4K, but it's not the most optimal. Sometimes it stutters a little bit, but then I'm making do with what I have. So then I'm just kind of delaying it. Maybe later on, technology will become better. Things will be cheaper. So I hope you guys enjoyed listening to the reasoning and the shifting in consumer preferences, because I definitely feel like I'm holding myself into like more and more narrow anti-consumerist, even because I'm buying so much less stuff. It's not that I don't buy anything at all. I still need to buy certain things to live. Now let me go back to the prize giveaway, which is this little gimbal thing. This thing has been on the whole time I've been speaking. You press this button and it locks the phone in place. Whereas if you let it go, you can kind of turn it and it would, sort of dampen the way that you're trying to move up and down too. See? Like if you kind of go like this, it won't move very much. Anyway, the way I want to give out this prize today is for the longtime subscribers who know the characters of this show. As you can see over here, there are 8 individual characters right here on my couch. They call it the couch community. I'm going to consider this as one character. So the winner of this gimbal over here, it's a brand new one. I didn't even open it yet. The first person that can name these stuffed animals correctly will win this $100 value smartphone gimbal. You do have to pay the $15 shipping and handling fee. We can set it up through email and then I'll send it to you. If you're interested in supporting this channel, check out my Audible link down in the video description below where you can get a free audiobook. And if you don't like this audiobook or this service, you can cancel it before the subscription expires and you can still keep this book for free and help benefit this channel. Thanks for watching, everybody, and don't forget to push that subscribe button and ring that bell icon. Thanks for watching.